Unlocking your creative genius secrets revealed. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to have an endless flow of brilliant ideas? Whether it's artists, entrepreneurs, or innovators, they seem to unlock something truly magical. Pure creativity. It's like they've tapped into some cosmic wellspring of inspiration, while the rest of us are stuck staring at a blank canvas or a blank Word document or just a blank wall. But guess what? You have that power too. You're wired for creativity just like them. In this video, we're going to explore the universe inside your own mind, the amazing, complex realm of imagination and creativity. We'll discover what fuels it, what those pesky cosmic rays are that block it, and most importantly, how you can tap into your own creative genius starting today. And hey, if the universe can create black holes and galaxies, imagine what your mind can do. So buckle up. Get ready for a mind-blowing journey, because we're about to unlock the secrets of the creative cosmos within you. Let's dive in. We often think about creativity as this magical gift that some people are just born with, like some kind of cosmic lottery where a few lucky souls get to be Picassos and Mozarts and Marie Curies, while the rest of us are stuck with average imaginations. But here's the thing, that's just not how the universe works. Creativity isn't some mystical force reserved for a select few. It's not about being touched by a muse or struck by lightning, though those would be pretty cool stories to tell. The truth is, creativity is hardwired into your brain. It's as fundamental to being human as walking upright or using language. Neuroscientists have actually peered into the workings of the brain and discovered that creativity happens when different regions, especially the prefrontal cortex, the command center of your brain, start jamming together in unexpected ways. It's like a cosmic dance party going on up there, with neurons firing off like crazy, making new connections and forging new pathways. Think of your imagination like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But just like any muscle, if you let it sit there unused and neglected, it's going to atrophy. That's why so many adults feel less creative than they were as kids, because they've stopped training their imaginations. They've traded those wild, imaginative games of pretend for the structured, predictable routines of adult life. But here's the good news. Your imagination is like a sleeping giant. It's still there, waiting to be awakened. It's just a matter of knowing how to reactivate that creative spark, how to jumpstart those neurons and get that cosmic dance party started again. So how do we awaken this sleeping giant? How do we unlock the secrets of our own creative universe? Let's break it down. All right, explorers of the mind, are you ready to unlock your imagination? Good, because we're about to embark on a thrilling expedition into the uncharted territories of your own creativity. And trust me, there are treasures to be found here, ideas more precious than any gold or diamond. But remember, this isn't some passive sightseeing tour. We're talking about active exploration, about pushing boundaries and venturing into the unknown. First things first, we need to cultivate an insatiable curiosity. Think of curiosity as your trusty compass, always guiding you towards new and exciting discoveries. Ask what if, about everything. What if cars could fly? What if books could talk? What if trees could sing? The more questions you ask, the more you stretch the boundaries of your imagination. And the more you stretch, the more flexible and agile your creative thinking becomes. Next, we're going to shake things up a bit. That's right, it's time to break free from the gravitational pull of your routine. We get stuck in these ruts, following the same paths, thinking the same thoughts day after day. It's no wonder our imaginations start to feel a little bit stale. So, here's the antidote. Embrace novelty. Take a different route to work, listen to a genre of music you've never explored before, try a hobby that's completely outside your comfort zone. These new experiences are like meteor showers in your mind, creating new neural pathways and sparking fresh, unexpected ideas. And finally, the most fun part of our expedition, we're giving ourselves permission to play. Yes, you heard me right. Play isn't just for kids. It's the lifeblood of creativity. Think about it. Some of the greatest ideas in history came from playfulness. Einstein himself called it combinatory play, that beautiful, messy process of mixing seemingly random ideas together to create something entirely new. So go ahead, let your inner child run wild, doodle, daydream, build a pillow fort, have a conversation with your cat. The possibilities are endless. Now, explorers, we've spent some time charting the terrain of your imagination, but the real adventure begins when we take these newfound insights and transform them into real, tangible creations. Ready to take that next step? Let's do it. All right, fellow creators, we've explored the vast landscapes of our imaginations and we've returned with pockets full of precious ideas. But here's the thing about ideas. They're like shooting stars, beautiful and fleeting. If we don't capture them, they'll vanish just as quickly as they appeared. So how do we take these ethereal sparks of imagination and turn them into something real, something lasting, something that can change the world? First and foremost, we need to become master idea wranglers. That means always being prepared to capture those brilliant and sometimes bizarre thoughts that pop into our heads. Carry a notebook everywhere you go, use the voice recorder on your phone, plaster sticky notes all over your house, whatever works for you. The important thing is to create a system for catching those ideas before they slip through your fingers. Now, this next part might seem counterintuitive, but trust me on this one. Constraints are your secret weapon. That's right, I said constraints. It might sound strange, but limitations can actually be incredibly liberating for your creativity. Think about it. When you have unlimited time, resources, and possibilities, it's easy to get overwhelmed and procrastinate. But when you give yourself a creative challenge, say, writing a short story in an hour, or building a sculpture using only recycled materials, your mind is forced to work within those boundaries. And that's where the magic happens. Finally, remember that creativity thrives in community. We're not meant to create in a vacuum. Sharing your ideas with others, bouncing thoughts back and forth, and collaborating on projects can ignite your imagination in ways you never thought possible. Find your tribe, those fellow creative spirits who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be your best. Join a writing group, attend a hackathon, start a brainstorming session with friends. The possibilities are endless. But even with all the tools and techniques in the world, there's one obstacle that can stop us dead in our tracks: self-doubt. That insidious voice that whispers you're not creative enough or your ideas aren't good enough. But fear not, brave creators, because we're about to tackle that beast head-on in our next chapter. We've all been there. Staring at a blank page, a blank canvas, a blank screen, feeling like our creative well has run dry. That frustrating, deflating feeling of being stuck in a creative rut. It's like our imagination has gone into hibernation. We can't seem to wake it up no matter how hard we try. But here's the thing about creative blocks. They're not a sign of failure. They're a natural part of the creative process. One of the biggest culprits behind those creative roadblocks is that sneaky saboteur perfectionism. We get so caught up in trying to create something flawless, something groundbreaking, something that will make Michelangelo himself weep with envy, that we end up paralyzing ourselves before we even start. Remember, folks, perfection is a myth. It's a seductive illusion that leads us down a path of procrastination and self-doubt. Give yourself permission to create garbage. That's right, I said garbage. Some of the most brilliant ideas started out as messy, half-baked scribbles on a napkin. So silence that inner critic, embrace the imperfection, and just start creating. And sometimes the best way to overcome a creative block is to simply step away from the project altogether. It sounds counterintuitive, I know, but trust me on this one. When we're feeling stuck, our brains get locked into a particular way of thinking. We need to give ourselves a chance to breathe, to let our minds wander, to allow those subconscious connections to form. Go for a walk in nature, listen to some music, meditate, take a nap, whatever helps you relax and recharge. You'll be amazed at the fresh perspectives and new ideas that emerge when you give yourself a little bit of space. Finally, remember that creativity is like a muscle. It needs to be fed in order to grow stronger. Read voraciously, watch movies, explore new places, have conversations with interesting people. The more you expose yourself to new ideas and experiences, the more fuel you're giving your imagination. Think of it like this. Your mind is a vast cosmic web, and every new piece of information, every new experience, every new connection you make adds another thread to that web, creating a richer, more intricate tapestry of creativity. So, the next time you encounter a creative block, and you will because that's just part of the journey, don't despair. Embrace the challenge, experiment with different approaches, and remember that you have within you the power to overcome any obstacle and unlock your full creative potential. Creativity isn't some elusive, mystical force bestowed upon a select few. It's a skill, a muscle, a cosmic dance party happening inside your skull. And the best part is anyone can learn to tap into it. Remember, the universe doesn't judge a supernova for being too bright, or a black hole for being too dense. It just lets them shine. So why should you hold back your own brilliance? Now, I challenge you. Pick one of these techniques and use it today. Whether it's journaling your wildest ideas, switching up your daily routine, or just giving yourself permission to play like you did when you were a kid, start unlocking your creative genius right now. Don't wait for inspiration to strike. Go out there and create your own cosmic fireworks display. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep imagining the impossible. Because the universe is vast, my friends, and there are infinite possibilities waiting to be discovered.